Hello. So this video is for those of you who are either scheduled to have an SRT clearing session or are interested in what that looks like. So as I mentioned in my very introductory video, I work with a binder of charts and a pendulum, and I just facilitate information being transmitted by spirit and by way of collaboration with high self. And we are just looking to clear the programming, clear the trauma, clear any residual energy hanging out in our energy field that isn't serving our highest good, and is just available to move out. So how this looks. So I work remotely. I would record this session. There would be an intention that is set by you, by the client. It can be anything. My phone is tipping. It can be anything, like you can start with a physical complaint, or you can start with like a behavioral pattern that's on repeat, or just something about feeling stuck, or something about I just don't know and I don't have any clarity and it's confusing and I need to clear up the connection, or I need to just like bring some more pieces to light so what I'm looking at makes more sense. So these are how we start the session. And so we take the intention, we do this prep to work sequence, which really is inviting in guides and any beings, support beings, to be present and to be helpful, and setting up boundaries, energetic boundaries, clearing everything that can be cleared without needing to bring it to conscious knowledge, and just kind of setting the stage for what does need to be brought into the conscious field. So then I go through and spirit just directs me by way of the pendulum, working our way through the charts. This is what you might experience when you listen to a recording. Is some tiredness, grogginess, heavy eyelids, just general sense of fogginess. I have a lot of clients who like to, and this is what I propose and recommend, and when I receive recordings of my own clearings, how I introduce myself to them so that I can do the integration work later. So I will listen either walking, laying down, before I fall asleep. If you fall asleep during the meditation, or during not the meditation, but same brainwave state, while you're listening to the clearing, no big deal. There have been clearings that I have had done for myself that I have fallen asleep to listening to and not gone back and actually listened in a more awake way. And I don't think that I missed anything. I still think all the what seems like magic that happens on the backside, that is the unfolding and the integration work of the clearing. I don't think that missed me just because I missed like 20 minutes of listening. So we're also working in the subconscious realm. So we're in this different brainwave state, the theta brainwave state, and that can also explain more of why you might be having this experience of feeling tired while listening to the clearing. Because like being awake and working in that realm is not something that our nervous systems are typically used to. If you have a regular meditation practice where you're really able to drop in, right? Not the kind where you're like, oh, I'm just noticing all the chatter and I don't really get myself to a place where I drop into that deeper state of awareness, then like it's going to probably take a little more time to shift your body into the experience of the work in the energetic realm. But within a handful of clearings, a couple clearings, like you'll notice movement relatively quickly towards, okay, I actually feel alert. I can listen to it and stay awake. You don't need to take notes, but if you're the note-taking kind and it helps you to just gain perspective, to process, I would invite you to do that. Again, this is as the recipient of this work, or of the recipient of the recording, right? Like you're way more active than passive in terms of getting the ball rolling for this work, right? Like you set the intention and then the ball starts rolling. and but you are the one who is consciously engaging that ball. So let's see. We have gone through, listening to the recording. Now what? So the integration work is really important. Here we've gone in and we've cleared the decks. Like, your energy field has shifted significantly. You now have the opportunity to either re-energize old patterns, because we can do that, or you can go in and intentionally, manually reset. It's a great time for utilizing affirmations, tapping, EFT, just really intentional, conscious work. Can be around grief. That I feel like unprocessed grief is something that is really prevalent for the collective at this moment. And so just knowing you have greater access to that, and that you can see your capacity, right? Like, you're completely capable of going through and moving out this old energy. Coaching, I have a colleague that I work with who is just masterful and unerring and helping people come into contact with a deeper connection between themselves, the conscious part of themselves, and the unconscious part of themselves, and cleaning up the unconscious part so you can really engage in life in a way that is fulfilling and satisfying and responsive. So these are some resources in terms of integration work. Oftentimes there will be ritual involved if there's vow releasing, and there might be books that we're directed to or that come to mind that just really support where you are in the process right now. And then what does it look like going forward? Well, that's completely, that ball is in your court. We can ask Spirit, what do you when would be the right timing to do more clearing work? But we can also just listen to you and what you need. And maybe there's this idea where you want to do, okay, I'd like to do 3 clearings, like 1 a week, and then see where I am. Or I just want to do 1, work to integrate that, touch base with you in 3 months, 6 months, or I want to do 1 and I never want to do it again. It's really, you could do it any way you want. So that is a little bit of an introduction as to what the experience will be like, what you can expect, and then how to take the work and integrate it more fully into your lived experience. So I hope that is helpful, and hope you continue to find the different videos available on this channel supportive to your ongoing personal evolution.